Welcome back, everyone. We've left Tamasopo and we've headed east, and we're now at Cascadas De Tamul.
This is a 100-meter waterfall, I think, and we're gonna go check that out today, so let's go. Vamos! It looks beautiful. Sherpa up the mountain again, dog. Nice bamboo handrail here. Oh! There we have it. We could have been like those people and taken a boat. This is the epic view. Okay. Oh yeah. That is awesome. That's quite a waterfall. I knew this was not challenging enough. This is supposed to be a 40-minute hike, so let's go do the challenging part. Oh man. I can't walk right because my knees are shaking from the stairs. Oh wow. Oh yeah, that's the view I was looking for. Wow. That's amazing. I was a little bit disappointed when we got to the first mirador because I was expecting this epic view, but then we found the trail down and it certainly did not disappoint. This is probably one of the most beautiful waterfalls we've seen here in Mexico.
All right, so that was a good hike and a good waterfall. I have done a few little mods on the truck while on the road. We passed a semi-outfitting place, that is to say a place that outfits semis. And I've noticed a bunch of the trucks running around here in Mexico have these lights on the front that strobe all obnoxiously. So I picked up myself a set of those. Not sure what good they are. And then I've always had this light bar up here on the front, which you can see. But I got two more, so let's go to the back. I'll show you the ones back there. All right, so I've put two up here on the back. You can maybe see those two smaller ones on the corners, and they of course are wired in through the Raspberry Pi, so I have control of them from the inside computer, and that allows me to turn them on and off so that I can see using our cameras on the outside. So another thing we've added recently that we've kind of been lacking is outside lights. When we're sitting out here at night, sometimes we'll have little lanterns or little glowing orbs of light, but it is nice to have some built onto the truck. And so I've added these. Of course, that's not going to look that hot right now, but it does wipe a curtain of light right down the side of the truck, and it bounces out here into the space where we normally hang out. So that's pretty cool. And then sometimes we need a little bit of just discreet lighting around here so we can get in and out of the truck. So I've added these red glowing lights. They light up this area very nicely at night. And that, of course, is also controlled on the relay boards off of the Raspberry Pi. And that got me to thinking, with all these lights controlled from a Raspberry Pi, what fantastical things can we do? Hold that thought. I'll be right back. So admittedly, that doesn't look so fantastic in the daylight here, but we'll finish up some supper and then we'll give you a nighttime light show a little bit. All right, now for supper, we're going to be making cauliflower shepherd's pie. We eat low carb typically, so we are substituting the mashed potatoes with steamed mashed cauliflowers, and those will be made in the Instant Pot. Now for this meal, we're going to log the watt hours consumed with the Instant Pot for the broccoli, as well as the induction cooktop to brown the ground beef. And we're going to keep an eye on that on our spreadsheet. Not the spreadsheet, this is our solar controller monitor, but we will note the watt hours consumed as we cook this and transcribe that to a spreadsheet. And then hopefully we can make those things available to you guys online, just so you have some idea of how much power it takes to do certain electric cooking things. There's lots of interest in that. So,
All right, we're just going to rough chop some cauliflower, toss it into the Instant Pot. We have a cup of water in here and a steam basket for the vegetables, and we'll put it on high for 3 minutes.
alright, so as you can see, the power consumption has jumped up, which if we go to the top of this page, you can see equates to 760 watts. Now, Kara said we're going to cook this cauliflower for 3 minutes, but the gimmick with the Instant Pot is it takes 8 or 10 minutes to get up to pressure before that 3-minute timer starts. This isn't 3 minutes, it's more like 13, but we'll show you the watt hours used here in a sec. Alright, and we are also going to prep some onion and some garlic. I love garlic.
Get all the Allison out.
Allison, you get out. So I'll just put that in the pan, and then we're going to need about 2 tablespoons of red onion, but we like to chop the whole thing at once and throw it in this freezer bag just to have pre-chopped onions ready to go. And about 2 tablespoons. Wash your hands again, get out a different camera. There, and we just throw that in the freezer and we've got some diced onions ready to go. Alright, so the Instant Pot just got up to pressure, and as you can see on our battery load chart here, it just spikes to 800 watts there, 750, 800. for that short time, and then once it reaches pressure, it's basically using no power. We're down to 1.6 amps on the inverter. So that goes to show you that it's not 800 watts for an hour. Most appliances are going to cycle in and out and use less power than that. Okay, so the Instant Pot has just clicked off its timer, and now we'll go to our solar controller charts here, and our total watt hours is a very convenient 22,222. So I'll just put that in this spreadsheet, 22,222.7, and there we have it. Total watt hours consumed is 157 watt hours. So if you only have 157 watts of solar coming in, it would take you 1 hour to make. If you have 1,500 watts coming in, that's going to take you 6 minutes to make.
All right, just gonna let the pressure off the Instant Pot. I'm just gonna take these guys out to cool, and while that's happening, we've started our induction cooktop. I have it on 5 power to saute up these onions. Looks so good. I particularly like induction because you can't light your tea towel on fire. I'm sauteing these onions at half power of what this induction can do, and I find that that's plenty. Like, I hardly ever use full power with this true induction cooktop.
So yeah, for context, it's pulling 1140 watts sauteing those onions, and that's 87 amps at 12 volts. So that makes sense because that cooktop is about 1800 watts maxed.
Now we just brown a pound of ground beef. We're going to add a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of thyme. And we're going to not measure.
Pure tomato.
Okay, that's it. Power off.
So there we go. 10 minutes, 43 seconds. Alright, so as you can see, 204 watt hours to saute some onions and brown the ground beef. Next step.
When you're making cauliflower mashed potatoes, you got to remove all the extra moisture, or you'll end up with soupy mashed potatoes. It's another appliance. So this is our Hamilton Beach immersion blender that we're going to puree the cauliflower with.
And so that's why it's so important to squeeze out the cauliflower, because there is a ton of extra water in there. And now we add some salt, cream cheese, and then hit her with the immersion blender. Oh, and some crema para beatiar. So the blender used almost nothing. 2.8 watt hours. That would take you just a moment to harvest. And Kara wants me to point out that this is a little bit of an elaborate meal, and we're still going to be cooking it on charcoal. But we thought it was a good one to start this whole series on how much power it takes to cook each thing. Mm-hmm. So we did show off almost all of our appliances, with the exception of the coffee grinder and a kettle and a sous vide, I guess. But we are usually primarily using electric for cooking, so this is a good example of that. Now, of course, the last step is to assemble this whole contraption. The ground on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Can it almost pass for mashed potatoes? By looks?
Comment in the doobly-doo.
Yeah.
Almost forgot the most important part.
Parmesan cheese.
Queso.
Mm-hmm. Right.
About that much.
Yep, about that much. Make it fancy.
Pretty idyllic spot here. And the last step of this preparation is our volcano charcoal grill. This is a collapsing tri-fuel stove grill, and it came with a propane insert that we promptly discarded. We also use it for just our wooden campfires, or if there's good wood to cook with, I'll use it in there. But mostly I use the charcoal. And what I really love about all the charcoal we find here in Mexico is it's all real lump wood charcoal, so that's really nice. So the stove does have a little lever on the side here with the damper, and you can increase or decrease the amount of heat you're getting. And it would just be a grill normally, but we have the optional fiberglass non-burnable hood that sets over top of it, and that allows us to use it more like an oven. So let's show you that. Here she comes with the shepherd's pie onto the grill, and then the magic is this fiberglass or asbestos hood that sets over top like that, and now it sets in the oven for some amount of time.
Yeah, like 20-25 minutes or so.
20-25 minutes. We'll see you then. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. Let's check in on that shepherd's pie. Ooh, pretty acceptable. Probably gonna have to show you a little bit more about our volcano grill in the future. This was recommended to us many moons ago by M&M Overland. They did a little bit of a mini review, and we've driven over one and loved both of them ever since. All right, take 3 is the right one. Turned out so nice. So very hot. If you guys are interested in the spreadsheet where we're keeping track of all of the power consumption for the various appliances we use on the road, that will be in the description, as well as on our website, Everlanders.com. You can go check that out. And now stay tucked in for the light show extravaganza that will come once night falls. Alright, that's going to be it for this time. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the waterfalls and the little bit of a recipe / watt-hour chart thing. I'd like to thank all of our channel members for the support, Dinesh and Cardinal Points Expeditions. Thanks so much. We're going to leave you with a little bit of a light show. See ya.